Have you ever wondered if you could travel back in time and change the past or leap into the future to see what awaits? Picture this, a world where we can traverse the river of time. This is the captivating concept of time travel. It's not just a figment of our imagination, but a topic that has intrigued thinkers, philosophers, and storytellers across centuries. Imagine the endless possibilities. Could we rewrite history, prevent catastrophes, or discover future innovations before they even occur? But with these possibilities come paradoxes. What if you alter an event in the past that erases your existence in the present? Or what if, by knowing the future, you accidentally set in motion the very events you were trying to prevent? These mind-bending questions are what make time travel such a fascinating subject. From the tales of ancient mythology, where gods and heroes experience time differently, to the far-reaching realms of modern science fiction, where time machines and alternate realities are commonplace, the idea of journeying through time has captured our collective imagination. So buckle up as we delve into the depths of this riveting concept. From ancient myths to modern science fiction, let's explore this fascinating concept. Did you know that the idea of time travel isn't a modern invention? It's been around for thousands of years. Indeed, the concept of time travel predates our sophisticated machines and sci-fi cinema by millennia. It was alive and well in the minds of our ancestors, told through tales that have survived the test of time. For instance, the ancient Hindu epic, the Mahabharata, features a fascinating narrative of King Raivata Kakudmi, who travels to meet the creator, Brahma. Upon his return, he finds that many ages have passed on Earth, a classic case of time dilation. Across the seas, in the land of the rising sun, the Japanese folklore of Urashima Taro presents a similar time-traveling tale. This humble fisherman rescues a turtle, who turns out to be a princess from a magical underwater kingdom. He spends what seems to him a few days in the kingdom, but upon his return to his village, he discovers that 300 years have slipped by. These ancient narratives, despite their different origins, share intriguing similarities in their approach towards time travel. They both depict a journey to a different realm, where time runs differently, leading to a drastic time lapse upon the protagonist's return to their original world. There is no machine or gadget involved, just a mystical journey. What's more, these tales highlight the dramatic consequences of time travel. In both instances, the protagonist returns to a world that has moved on without them, a poignant reminder of time's relentless march. Interestingly, these ancient cultures perceived time not as a linear, unidirectional flow, but as a flexible entity, subject to change based on location or divine intervention. This is a stark contrast to our modern understanding of time as a constant universal measure, and it adds a layer of mystique to these ancient time-traveling tales. These ancient stories were probably the first to introduce the concept of time travel, but they were certainly not the last. The idea of time travel found its way into literature, with authors exploring the possibilities and paradoxes it presents. As we turn the pages of history, we find early examples of time travel embedded in the heart of literature. Charles Dickens and H.G. Wells were two such authors who dared to delve into the depths of this intriguing concept. Charles Dickens, in his classic A Christmas Carol, used time travel as a tool for moral instruction. The miserly Ebenezer Scrooge is visited by three spirits, each showing him Christmas past, present, and yet to come. Dickens uses this time travel to show Scrooge, and by extension the reader, the impact of our actions on both our past and future selves. This poignant tale, while not scientific in nature, beautifully encompasses the philosophical implications of time travel. Meanwhile, H.G. Wells took a more scientific approach to time travel in his groundbreaking novel, The Time Machine. The unnamed protagonist, referred to as the time traveler, invents a machine that allows him to journey through time. Wells uses this narrative to explore social and scientific concepts, imagining a future where humanity has evolved into two distinct species, the Eloi and the Morlocks. Wells's novel was revolutionary, as it introduced the idea of a vehicle that makes time travel possible, a concept that has since become a staple in science fiction. This novel, along with other works of Wells, helped to establish time travel as a serious theme in literature, and sparked a fascination with the idea that continues to this day. Both Dickens and Wells, though their approaches differed, used the concept of time travel to explore human nature and societal issues, showing the versatility of this theme. Their works have influenced countless authors and filmmakers, shaping our collective imagination of what time travel could look like. These literary works have allowed us to imagine and explore the concept of time travel in ways that were impossible in the ancient world. As we continue to ponder the possibilities and paradoxes of time travel, we owe a great deal to the imaginative groundwork laid by these pioneering authors. In the realm of modern science fiction, time travel has become a staple, with countless books, movies, and TV shows exploring the concept. With time travel so deeply ingrained in contemporary storytelling, it's no surprise that a myriad of methods and theories have been conjured up by imaginative minds. These theories often fall into one of three categories: immutable timelines, mutable timelines, and alternate histories. Let's start with immutable timelines. This concept suggests that time is fixed and unchangeable. Any attempt to alter the past will simply lead to the creation of the events that have already occurred. This idea is beautifully illustrated in the short story A Sound of Thunder by Ray Bradbury, where a time traveler accidentally steps on a prehistoric butterfly, causing a cascade of changes in the future. Next up, we have mutable timelines. This theory proposes that history can be changed, and any alterations in the past will directly affect the future. This concept forms the backbone of many popular movies like Back to the Future, where a seemingly minor change in the past creates a drastically different future. Finally, there's the idea of alternate histories. This theory suggests that any change in the past creates a new parallel timeline, separate from the original. The original timeline remains untouched, while an alternative one branches off from the moment of change. You can find this concept in action in the Star Trek reboot series, where a villain's actions in the past create a completely new timeline, leaving the original timeline intact. It's fascinating to see how modern science fiction has embraced and expanded upon the concept of time travel, offering us a multitude of perspectives. From unchangeable fates to malleable futures and parallel universes, these stories have allowed us to ponder the endless possibilities and consequences of bending time. Modern science fiction has expanded our understanding and imagination of time travel, yet it remains a concept shrouded in mystery and paradox. But what does science have to say about time travel? Can it actually be possible? The answers to these questions lie within the realms of Einstein's theories of special and general relativity. Let's start with special relativity. This theory essentially tells us that time and space are intertwined into a four-dimensional fabric known as space-time. Now, imagine space-time as a vast cosmic loom weaving the tapestry of the universe. It's not just a static backdrop against which events play out, but rather an active participant, bending and warping in response to mass and energy. This brings us to the concept of time dilation, a key aspect of special relativity. It suggests that time can slow down or speed up, depending on the speed of the observer. Think of it like this. If you were to travel close to the speed of light, time would appear to slow down for you relative to someone stationary. This means, in theory, you could travel far into the future in a relatively short amount of time. Next, we move to general relativity, which takes things a step further. It proposes that massive objects cause a distortion in space-time, which is perceived as gravity. This distortion could potentially create wormholes, shortcuts through space-time that could, theoretically, allow for time travel both forward and backward. However, it's not all smooth sailing. The concept of backward time travel opens a Pandora's box of paradoxes and uncertainties, the most famous one being the grandfather paradox. What would happen if you traveled back in time and prevented your grandparents from meeting? Would you cease to exist? Such questions challenge our understanding of causality and create a mire of complexity that science is yet to untangle. While the prospect of time travel continues to fascinate us, the reality remains elusive and uncertain. Yet the allure of unraveling time's mysteries keeps us pushing the boundaries of our understanding in the hopes that one day we might finally unlock the secrets of time itself. From ancient myths to modern science, the concept of time travel has captivated our imagination for centuries. We've traced this intriguing concept from the earliest legends that hinted at different perceptions of time, to the mesmerizing narratives woven by literature's finest, such as H.G. Wells and Charles Dickens. We've seen how the concept of time travel has evolved and grown in the fertile ground of modern science fiction, exploring mutable timelines, alternate histories, and the intriguing possibilities they propose. The scientific world, too, hasn't been immune to the allure of time travel. Theories of relativity have given us a framework where forward time travel is possible, even as the mystery of backward time travel still eludes us. Thus, the concept of time travel stands, not as mere flights of fancy, but as a testament to the power of human imagination and curiosity. So, the next time you wish you could hop into a time machine, remember, time travel is more than just a science fiction trope. It's a concept that has fascinated us for thousands of years.